Elon Musk has just made a one-word comment on what we've just discovered within the last, 24 to 48 hours about the Ford F-150 Lightning. Here's what he said. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. My name's Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. Tesla's Elon Musk. He just said one word on this issue. Wow. That's it. Wow. Jim Farley and Elon Musk, they have a pretty good relationship. They seem to get along quite well. They're both fairly positive about each other. Elon Musk said he believes Ford is headed in the right direction. He's made some positive comments on Ford. In fact, he's probably made more positive comments on Ford than Ford have made about Tesla. But the truth is there is definitely some mutual respect between the two companies. I think Elon Musk is probably genuinely surprised to see what's been happening. I think everyone is genuinely surprised to see what's been happening. I think it was around 700 Ford employees who just lost their jobs because Ford has reduced Ford F-150 Lightning production. Will those employees go to a different part of Ford and work there? I don't think so. I think Ford are just getting rid of them. Now, recently we found out that there is a high number of F-150 Lightning pickup trucks available for purchase right now from dealers in the United States. And what's really strange about all this and doesn't really add up in my opinion is that Ford had well over 200,000 pre-orders only about just over a year ago. Where did they all go? No one seems to know. Ford haven't told us what's happened. But I'm going to guess that after Ford raised the prices 5 times, a lot of people canceled their orders. And a lot of them just haven't reordered after Ford did take the price back down a bit since those price increases. According to Car Edge, there's more than 8,000 Ford F-150 Lightnings listed right now. In fact, around 8,200. So that's a lot of F-150 Lightnings sitting at dealerships. For reference, the number of used vehicles is below 400. There's around 398 used F-150 Lightnings currently listed for sale on that one sales platform. Through the end of September, Ford sold 12,260 F-150 Lightnings in the US. That's up 40% year over year. However, for the 3,503 they sold in the third quarter, that meant sales were down 46% over the previous third quarter of last year. The cumulative total sales number is 27,877. So it appears as though Ford have sold 27,900 F-150 Lightnings. So where are the other 173,000 buyers? More than that. In fact, Ford actually stopped pre-orders at 200,000, then they lifted them. So it's believed Ford got around 220,000 or more pre-orders, meaning where are the other 193,000 buyers? It's very surprising to see these numbers, and it just like I said, it's quite a mystery as to what exactly has happened. If we look at the numbers, this means that in total, Ford have produced around about 36,000 vehicles. Surely these 8,500 vehicles should be able to find homes very easily, considering how many pre-orders Ford had. I'm wondering if these are higher priced versions of the F-150 Lightning that people don't want. They don't want to spend more money to get the $100,000 version, the top spec model. Maybe. These numbers was shared in a report on X or Twitter, which was, of course, part owned by Elon Musk and a bunch of other billionaires and wealthy people. However, Elon Musk just said, wow. And, that's not too bad. I think we shouldn't maybe overreact from that. But I think I agree with him. I am surprised by it as well. It's really something that no one expected. We all thought that, Ford was slowing production down because it had some sort of battery issue over the last few months, but I don't think that was the real issue. I think it was just that they were making too many for the fact that so many people had cancelled their orders. The Ford F-150 Lightning is, of course, a new model. It's meant to have a massive number of registrations or pre-orders, but it does appear as though a large number of people have simply cancelled their orders. During the summer of this year, as a result of reduced demand, Ford have lowered the prices. So now the Ford F-150, I believe the Lariat version, actually costs less than an equivalent petrol-powered version. So the gasoline-powered version costs more than the electric version. Now, of course, that's if you qualify for the tax incentive. So if you qualify for the tax incentive, then the price is a few $1,000s less for the EV Lariat versus the gasoline-powered Lariat. So you might be wondering, how did this happen? Well, Ford reduced the price by $7,500, and it qualifies for the incentive, meaning a literal $15,000 discount. It's also been revealed that Ford, after firing a lot of these employees working on the EV production line, they have apparently increased production of the F-150 gas-powered version. And one of the key reasons for this is Ford makes a lot more profit on the gasoline version. In fact, they lose approximately $30,000 on every F-150 Lightning that they sell, say insiders, and Ford have admitted to the fact that they do lose a lot of money on these sales, which is one of the key reasons why Ford plans on a different version of the F-150 Lightning coming out next year. It'll have a new platform. It'll have some significant improvements like using LFP batteries. And of course, it will be kind of an evolutionary product that should be cheaper to manufacture, say Ford. Plus, I think it will have faster charging speeds, which has been the biggest criticism of this vehicle. Unfortunately, this comes right as we found out that General Motors has also paused production of the Silverado EV. No one really knows why, but I'm going to guess it's because they're not making enough batteries to make the Silverado. Battery production has not increased at the rate that General Motors planned on. In fact, it's gone nowhere near what GM planned on, and it does appear as though GM and Ford are just not getting any closer to, eating into Tesla's lead. There's other manufacturers like Mercedes and BMW that are increasing their EV sales in the US very significantly. Ford and General Motors, not really so much, nowhere near what we thought they would. So that's a bit unfortunate. I personally am a big fan of the Silverado EV. I was really hoping to see those. I thought it'd be awesome if they sold those in Australia. People would love them. There's a lot of GM fans here in Australia who would love to see an electric Silverado, but it looks like that won't be happening for many years to come. What are your thoughts on all of this, my friends? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.